So I need to be honest with you. I'm a terrible baker. So they came out a little bit flat. Okay, people, so we're going to make some bread today. And all you need is flour, water, active dry yeast, and salt. When mixing this dough, I advise against using your hands. Instead, I like to use the end of a wooden spoon. Now that a ball has formed and it looks something like this, we're going to cover with plastic wrap and let it sit for 45 minutes. Now, after the first rest period, we're going to start our stretching and folding technique. Wet your fingers, grab the dough, stretch away from yourself, and fold on top of each other. And you're going to rotate 45 degrees and repeat this process 4 to 6 times until you get a nice ball of dough. Now we're going to repeat this process a total of 4 times. And in between each time, we're going to rest for 30 minutes. After completing 4 rounds of stretching and folding, we're ready to move on to the next step. We're going to divide this into 4 pieces. If you want a bigger baguette, cut it in half. If you want a giant loaf, just keep it in one piece. Now we just want to give these a little bit of a pre-shape. Okay, we'll bring one in here. Okay, this is all you're going to do. Kind of square it off. Almost just a little rectangle. Sorry, not a square. You want a little rectangle. And you just kind of, you're starting to create the shape here. Okay, I like to fold that side in, tuck that in, and just rest on itself. And there you go, just right on there. Fold, 2 fold, 3 fold, and 4 fold. Fold it over. Try to get them even. I allow the dough to rest on some layered tea towels lined with parchment paper and flour. Okay, get out. Okay, so those are tucked away now. We're gonna rest them for 15 minutes. So every time, if you've noticed, every time we've done anything to the dough, we then have to let it rest and relax. Okay, and then we'll give it its final shape, another rest, and it's gonna go in the oven and get it to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're gonna kind of use the same technique here. Okay. And you're gonna wanna kind of fold it over and tuck it in, nice and tight here. Almost rolling it. Okay. And then you want to seal up the end. You're going to use your palm and kind of tamp it down. And there you go. Look at that little baguette right there. I'm going to stretch it out, kind of roll it on itself. Now, again, I am totally not a baker, but these turn out exceptionally well. Kind of small. I line my countertop with a few tea towels, place a lightly floured sheet of parchment paper on top, and create a makeshift couche. This is where I let the baguettes relax and rise during their final proof. Set your timer for 15 minutes. Just kind of let it roll on. Let it do a little somersault. Let it do a little roll. And just let it roll off. Just want to kind of go on a diagonal and make some slits. Okay, nice and simple. I'll probably get 3, a little 4th one right there. Just like that. So just like that. Knife. This knife is not sharp, but maybe a couple extra cuts and it'll do. Nothing fancy here, people. Nothing fancy. One last thing for our oven. Boil some water, place it in a bread pan or a brownie pan to create a steamy environment for your baguettes to get nice and crispy. Into the oven. 8 minutes. Then we're gonna pop the tray out, spin it around, put it back in. 7 to 8 minutes more. You need 10, you need 10. When it's nice and golden brown and crispy, it's ready. These baguettes are looking like they need a little bit more time, so I'm going for 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep my eye on them, and then when they're nice and puffy and crispy, they're done. And hopefully they turn out not bad. Tear them open. My oven was giving me all kinds of problems. I thought it was preheated to 400 degrees, but it was actually somewhere around 370, 380, because when I kept checking the progress, they were just flat. They didn't kind of puff up and do their thing. And when I finally checked the temperature, we were at 380, 375. I can't remember which exactly it was. So cranked it up, thinking I could save it, but these came out a little bit flat. They're crispy, they're soft, still delicious though. So if there's one takeaway from this, make sure your oven's working properly, follow the recipe exactly, and don't wear black when you're baking.